Welcome to A Taste of AZ podcast. Before we get into today's episode, we want to announce that A Taste of AZ magazine will be switching to a paid subscription starting on January 1st, 2024. Until then, you can visit us at atasteofaz.com/subscribe and name your price for the entire 2024 magazine year. You'll get 4 issues for whatever price you decide, and they will each arrive at the beginning of the quarter. With that said, don't forget to subscribe to our email newsletter, and let's jump into today's episode.
So we're here at is this officially the Chaco Flaco house, or just happened to become the Chaco?
It is the official house of Chaco Flaco.
Yeah.
Scottsdale division.
Yes. Yeah. Scottsdale division. Yeah. Awesome. I love it. Well, I'm with the Chaco Flaco dudes, and I'll be honest with you, I've not had a canned craft cocktail that I've liked.
Really?
Right? So I was already skeptical a little bit of you guys.
You're in for a treat.
Yeah. So, but then I met you guys and we talked, and you guys are really cool dudes. And then I went to Trevor's on Mayo and bought the margarita and the daiquiri.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Thank you.
Hands down the best I've
Appreciate
ever had.
that a lot.
My wife was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
She doesn't like spicy stuff, and she loved the margarita.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of kick to it.
Yeah.
It's not
yeah.
super spicy.
It's got a little hint of hob.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little habanero in there.
So guys, thanks for bringing me into the house. I love the backdrop. We got the dog sitting right here. You can't see him on camera, but his presence is felt.
Winston.
Yeah.
He's the official Chaco dog.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's start down here. Introduce yourself. What do you do for Chaco Flaco?
Yeah, my name's Eric. I joined on with these guys about 2.5 years ago now. Started off as a customer, and I guess I just liked the product so much, and
A fan of a customer.
Chuck wouldn't stop calling me, so now I'm a part of the team. So they kind of started things off a long time ago, and I got to just ride their coattails to all the fun stuff that's happening now.
Nice. What would you say your role is? Your
Do
primary
sales, do everything. I mean,
Okay.
we're a small team, so the 3 of us wear many hats.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to get this Arizona market aware of our product, and get some new fans. So
Nice.
the demos, we do tasting events, we're all over the place, just trying to get our name out there and have people try our products.
Nice.
Trevor's.
Yeah, Trevor's, all the Total Wine and More's. So we got quite a few locations around
AJ's.
here that AJ's as well.
Nice. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So it's starting to pick up some momentum. You're starting to hear people have actually heard of your company and see your shirt and go, "Oh yeah, I've tried that. Oh, I like the mango margarita." So it's pretty cool.
Hell
From
yeah.
2 years ago when we were in one state, and now we just got in 7th or 8th.
Yeah.
Dang.
So
It's growing.
yeah, it's been fun. It's been a fun little ride that they've let me come along with them.
Yeah, he's a great addition.
Yeah.
He brings the youth to the company.
Yeah.
You guys look youthful.
Well, this is my dad.
I'm getting AARP stuff in the mail, so I don't know.
You gotta take advantage of that.
I think you're up next, Dad. So if you want.
I only bring the youth because I'm younger than them. I'm not actually young.
Yeah, they call me Uncle Steve.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Uncle Steve, what do you do? What is your?
So my name's Steve. I am the co-founder and CEO of Chaco Flaco and Elevado Drinks. Met Chuck several years ago, mutual friends. It was one of my neighbors, and we had some opportunities to have discussions in the beginning, and that's just when he was getting things rolling with the mixers.
Okay.
And I had some resources in Mexico for distribution, and we just kind of hit it off, and our personalities and business acumen just complemented each other. So he's like, "Hey, let's do this."
Nice.
That's right when we about started with the Costco Sam's Club tours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a big step.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And you, my friend.
I am the ball boy.
the ball boy.
Yep. I wash the towels and do that kind
We
of
just
stuff.
promoted him to janitor.
Yeah, I'm going to be janitor. I actually am a professional janitor on the side. Now, my name is Chuck, CEO, El Presidente, and Chief Mixologist of Chaco. Give you some brief history. In 2012, I was making margaritas on my NutriBullet, and all natural, of course. There was no preservatives, no high fructose corn syrup, none of that stuff.
Any reason? Like any particular?
Just healthy, you know.
Yeah.
I like to work out. I like to put healthy stuff in my body, for the most part. And so I would make these margaritas on my NutriBullet, put them in empty milk jugs, and I would take them into Dos Gringos, South Tempe, where I managed and bartended and did everything, kind of the gopher over there.
I love that you put them in the milk jugs too. Like that's
that's the real
Breaking
deal
Bad
right
stuff.
there.
Yeah.
The OG way.
The OG.
Yeah. That's either gasoline or that's a really good drink.
Yeah. Or I have maybe issues with milkmen. I don't know. But so I would take them in there. I would serve them to the customers, out of the jug, and it just kind of grew. And people, started coming in and asking for them. And there was this one particular day where I was making these 3 sorority sisters at ASU, one after the other, and this gentleman behind me was like, "Man, what are they drinking?" Yeah. And I was like, "Chaco Flaco." Chaco's been my nickname since my early 20s, and the product was skinny because there was low calorie. So Flaco naturally, for Spanish, the Spanish word for it.
You just you came up with
it. It just came right off the cuff, like that. Yeah. So
Those are the best ones.
That's the way he tells the story.
For sure.
He was laying in bed the night before for an hour and a half, coming up with the perfect
Knowing this person was coming.
What am I going to do tomorrow with my milk jugs? No, but
I love it too.
That's actually how it happened. Yeah. The guy was like, "Oh, well, you want to put those in bottles?" And I was like, "Okay." Yeah. And then it kind of grew from there, and we made our first batch, and it was the total opposite of what I wanted. It had like sodium benzoate, potassium sorbate. It came in a plastic bottle, and we put some money into it, my wife and I. Yeah. And we're like, dude, this is not what we wanted. Yeah. And that guy ended up leaving the partnership of the other two partners because it was their call. Yeah. And so we were sitting on this product that, obviously it's citric acid in it, and so they put those little white peel, glue down tops on it. Sure. Yeah. And so it was decaying fast. I mean, it was decaying fast.
Yeah. How much did you have?
I think I had 75 cases. Okay. It wasn't a big run, but still like half of it went bad.
Either. Yeah.
And the owners
it's a big run when you're getting started.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So Dos Gringos was very kind enough to say, hey, bring in the stuff that's still okay. We'll put it in the walk-in, and you can just sell it here. And I was like, right on. That's pretty cool.
Dang, that's really cool. Actually.
Yeah. So I don't know. A couple months go by, and this little skater kid walks in, and it's like Tuesday night. There's nobody in there. What's the specials? And I was like, we got 250 Coronas. We got this and this and that. And I'm like, you know what? Actually, I got my own margarita mix. Would you like to try that? Yeah. And he was like, yeah, dude, totally. So I went in the walk-in, came back out, and I made him a margarita. And he's like, dude, this is the best margarita I've ever had. I was like, wow, thanks. He goes, my boss is so-and-so, the forager for Arizona for Whole Foods. I think she'd really like this. And I'm like, really? And he was like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, well, I run in the office and give him my business card. And like literally 2 months later, this nice lady from Whole Foods called, and she's like, hey, Chuck, this is so-and-so from Whole Foods. Would you like to bring some samples to me and see if I'd like to try these? And I was like, yeah, no problem. And she's like, do you have anything else? And I was like, yeah, we've got like 6 other ones. And I was like, and she's like, bring all 7. Yeah. And I was like, okay. And so that started a 2-week barrage of us coming up with new flavors. My good buddy Adam Van Slyke, who was one of the original founders of the company, he was a mixologist too. So we're like, all right, let's put our heads together. And so we came up with a mango margarita. We came up with a berry mojito, which he's a founder of, and then strawberry daiquiris. And then we came up with a forbidden horchata that had forbidden rice and cinnamon rice milk and all that stuff. And then we did the Bloody Marys. And the Bloody Marys, we literally were on the grill. And mind you, my wife at the time was literally 9 months pregnant with my 11-year-old. Yeah. So
you're producing.
She's barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen, helping us out with this. Yeah. And so we grilled all the vegetables, because we fire roast everything to this day. Oh, nice. And so everything was skinned, put in the NutriBullet. That thing, I think I had to go through another one by the end of those 2 weeks. But we made all these 7 different drinks. And we put them in the old Grolsch bottles with the screw top. Yeah. And so we labeled them with like the old school labeler. Yeah. And boop, 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 boop. Took them in a crate, dropped them off at Whole Foods Tempe. And literally 2 months later, she's like, I'll take 40 cases of each. Holy shit. And we were just like, whoa, we're in business. And then then we started raising money, and that started the the Whole Foods, and then once we actually had some product, then we started doing farmers markets, like five different farmers markets a week, sometimes in 2 or 3 different locations.
Yeah.
And so we got the word out then, and then we started doing the demos where we'd go into Whole Foods, and we would, we'd do the farmers market until, from like 8 to 12, and then from 2 to 5, we would be doing the promos in Whole Foods. Well, that caught the attention of AJ's, and so we got into AJ's, and that led to Bash's.
Yeah.
And then after Bash's picked us up, we were still doing the farmers markets.
Okay.
And this couple comes up, and they were like, "You guys want to go into Costco?" And we were like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Yeah, it's just the same as somebody asking me if I wanted to bottle it, right?
Yeah.
And so they were like, "Yeah, we'll get you in." Sure shit. 6 months later, we were in all the Costco's in Arizona and San Diego. And
That's awesome.
the Bloody Marys are the ones that actually got in. But we actually did all of them, but they were putting the Bloody Marys on the floor.
Okay.
In line is what they call it. And so right on the first promo or the first road show was the San Diego location on Moreno.
Okay.
The first one ever.
Yeah.
And so that's right when Steve and I were talking, and I called him up. I'm like, "Hey, bro, I know you're up in Newport. Would you want to come down and do a road show with me?" And he came down, and we just crushed it. We were doing I think we did 600 bottles that first one.
Wow.
In 4 days.
Yeah.
And so that started the friendship and the partnership. And then him and I did 80 road shows from Texas to California in 2 years. And I mean, we were gone. We were on milk cartons for those 2 years.
Dang, that's awesome.
And that kind of gave us the pathway to the cans because
Proof of concept.
yeah, proof of concept. Okay. What we would do that was kind of unique is as a vendor, we would ask the GMs every time we got to a new store, "Hey, will you bring us a pallet of Reed's ginger beer or some Martinelli sparkling cider?" Or we just bring different products in that would complement our product. And in doing so, we would make these drinks. For instance, we had the berry mojito. So we take the berry mojito, put a little bit in a cup, take Reed's ginger beer, hand it to the customer and say, "Hey, if you had this in a can that had vodka in it and all these other flavors, ginger beer, would you buy it?" And everybody was always, "Oh, hell yeah, we would buy it."
Yeah.
We did it with the strawberry bandita, which was our mixer. We did it with the the Martinellis, and we would say, "If this was in a can, would you buy it?"
Yeah.
Or we would do coconut water, And so that's how we came up with the strawberry daiquiri, same with the margarita. And so that was our testing mark. And mind you, this was before your Trulies and your White Claws. So we had the concept of RTD spirit-based before even the seltzers hit the market.
When was this? Approximately what year?
2015.
2015. Okay. Yeah. That's well ahead of the.
Yeah. So I mean, that's how we got started. And 2 years ago we launched these 3 flavors. You got a strawberry daiquiri with coconut rum, pineapple juice, lime. You've got a mule that has 4 berries, fresh mint, cucumber, ginger beer, vodka, and then the margaritas, mango, pineapple, habanero with tequila.
Yeah.
And so these have won 43 global awards in the last 2 years.
That's incredible. 2 years?
In the 2 years.
Dang,
yeah. I mean,
that's
everything.
awesome.
SIP
we had
awards,
15
bartenders.
of them before we even sold a can.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Dang. That's badass. That's proof of concept, right?
It is proof of
shows the
concept.
people
we knew we were on the right track.
Yeah, for sure.
I never even heard that Costco story. So
Are you serious?
I don't have a podcast, so they
I
don't
learn
tell
a lot of shit about people, for sure.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
I'll tell you all about it later.
Cool.
Sipping a margarita by the pool.
There's actually a podcast I did years ago where they didn't realize their
How
brewer
far they
lied
came?
to them, and they didn't
okay.
realize till the podcast and asked them a question. The dude was like, "Oh, blah blah blah," and they were like, "Told
Interesting.
us something else." And I was
Yeah.
like, shit.
Can't
So yeah,
say
good
it back.
good and
Boardroom's
bad.
going to be interesting.
What else,
this
Chuck?
week.
What else don't I know?
Well, do you know about the prickly pear paloma that we're coming out with?
I do.
Okay.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
that's the new SKU we're coming out in the fall.
Okay.
This is kind of launching it on air right now.
Yeah.
The prickly pear paloma has prickly pear juice, grapefruit juice, tequila in the Southwest, and we're going to do a gin version for the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, interesting.
We're
Nice.
we're distributing in Alaska with RNDC, and they are chomping at the bit to get it. So in the fall, we're
Yeah.
going to bring it up there. But it also has fire roasted jalapeno, honey, and ginger. It's probably going to be our
man.
best SKU.
Yeah,
And then we made some stuff for you on the spot.
Yeah,
that
what
is
do
going to be our fall line.
Okay.
So
Should we
can't
start
really
tasting?
Yeah. So you want to do the new ones first, or you want to try the old ones?
I don't. You surprised me. Let's go with the new ones.
Okay.
Let's
All
do the
right.
new
So
ones.
I'm not going to give away the entire recipe because obviously it's
Sure.
IP and proprietary information. But I'll let you try it and you can tell me what you think it is.
Okay.
Cool.
Dang, man, put me on the spot. my expertise is talking, not identifying flavors, but no. Well, I think it was pretty cool too that it was interesting. It sounds like the kid who came in and tried the mix, that was from the previous bottling, right?
Yeah, that was the old OG stuff that was really actually subpar, and because they kind of bastardized my recipe.
Yeah.
And so once we got it right, and I'll give a shout out to Peter Kaufman from Coyote Kitchen down here in Central Phoenix. He really took my recipes. Him and his brother Adam Kaufman, they took the recipes and they really made them the way they should be.
Okay.
Nice. and hats off to Flavor Man too. Yeah. And those guys are an amazing house, and they're able to take my little kitchen recipes that I make and I put them in mason jars and dry ice them and I send them away, and they can reverse engineer them. So that's pretty cool.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Just check this out. See what you think about
You
that.
could probably tell, Eric, since you've tried some of these already, that we're a flavor first company.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Flavor forward.
There's a lot of eyes on me right now.
A lot of pressure.
So that's ginger beer, obviously, right?
That's one of the ingredients in there. Yeah.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
It's got some stuff in it. It's got some stuff.
You only know about the ginger beer because you saw me walk in the house with it.
I know what that is. I might have been able to identify that though. Is that a whiskey?
Yeah. Good call. Good call.
Whiskey and ginger beer. Mm-hmm. So what is this? What is that?
It's kind of like a whiskey mule, but
Okay.
a fancy one. It's got two other ingredients that you're missing, but can't really give those up right now.
Well, it's got a little bit of spice to it.
Yeah.
I can
There you
detect
go.
a little bit of spice. I don't know what that is. That the ancho?
Not yet.
No,
Yeah,
okay.
that's going to be on the El Presidente.
Dang, that's good.
Thank you.
That's really good. So
And it's going to taste like that in a can.
yeah,
'Cause
and
we make sure-
carbonated.
Yep, lightly carbonated.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. That
That's really
carbonation
good.
carries the flavors and the aroma.
Yeah.
Once you pop, for instance, the mango margarita here, once you pop that sucker, if you're too close to it, you're going to cough. Because that habanero gets released.
yeah.
But that's the fun part of it. I love it. I love seeing people cough.
Oh yeah, it's like the tiramisu stuff. Yeah.
Totally. 100%. There you go.
Pepper, sneeze.
Well,
Like a
I think it's awesome that you, right, because you create something and you get excited when somebody else gets excited about it, and then you have opportunity to expand it. It's sometimes can be hard to be like, this ain't what I was trying to do, but
Right.
you know what? Let's just roll with it. Good
Yeah.
for you for saying, nah, man,
Yeah,
this is not,
yeah.
this is not what we want to do.
And Steve could probably attest to this. We've been working on our sister project, Elevado, which is our cannabis line that we're coming out with. And it's been 5 months, but we want to make sure we come out with stuff that's, 43 global award winning caliber.
For sure.
Yeah, that's interesting because when we did come out with the original samples, so we went to a trade show as more peer-based, B2B, getting to know the community, and we had some samples, the original samples of Elevado, right? And people were just losing their minds.
Yeah.
And we're just like, that's not even close to what we're coming out with. So, I mean, technically, could we have come out with them? Sure. Would they done well? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we want to keep them as close to, where we're going with these flavors.
For sure.
Keep it consistent.
Yeah.
Keep that natural health aspect to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're excited.
Well, I know that was one of the things from the beginning you had said was, and I didn't even know it was a thing, but like Whole Foods approved or whatever. Like, is that?
It's pretty stringent, yeah. It's you have these set of rules and guidelines, and it's only gotten, tougher, if you will. But
Because people are trying to bullshit the system with
Yeah.
Hardy
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
farm
Yeah, I
fresh.
mean,
You're pretty stringent, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
that's
stringent.
good though, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in this day and age, when people are, want a little bit less calorie, a little less sugar, for instance, these are all half the sugar and half the calories of a normal cocktail, but all the full flavor of a cocktail you'd get in a speakeasy.
yeah. Okay.
And that is our goal.
Yeah.
It's kind of like bridging the gap.
Exactly.
We didn't want to be these high caloric, high sugar cocktails that you get in a speakeasy. It take 15 minutes to make, 10
Yeah.
minutes to make, eggs, all that stuff, froth. Or we didn't want to be, no offense to the seltzers, because the seltzers help pave the way for a product like ours. we didn't want to be the low flavor, aftertaste, malt, headache, that type of stuff.
Sure.
We wanted to be right in the middle and bridge that gap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the whole food scene kind of helped you to. I would think that it would help give you some parameters.
Yeah.
Of like, all right, if this is their. So what are their parameters? Like, what are some of the things that they look for?
No high fructose corn syrup, no sodium benzoate, no
These are
potassium
things
sorbate.
that are very common in things
Almost,
like this.
I mean, I think we're one of the few canned cocktails out there, and soon to be cannabis cocktails and hemp D9 cocktails that follow those guidelines verbatim.
Okay.
And it hurts
Yeah.
us in some states too. Like for instance, there's regulations in Florida with their hemp D9 because they're not a recreational state yet.
Gotcha, okay.
But they won't allow fruit juices or colors made by fruit or vegetables.
It's crazy.
No
It's
fruit
the
juices?
Sunshine
Yeah, it's the
State.
Sunshine
It's the
State.
biggest producer of oranges in the world.
Yeah,
And they don't want to allow
juice.
fruit
Get
juice
them out
in
of
here.
here. Get them out
It's
of the
just
state.
it's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's weird.
That
But
is a weird thing.
Yeah. But like those kind of products, are no artificial colors or flavors.
The way you pasteurize.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We tell
Super
them
clean.
pasteurize.
Yeah.
Clean as clean can be.
Yeah. That's great too, right? In many ways, right? I mean, it's great for your health the next day, right?
Yeah.
And you wake up and
Yeah.
your head's not pounding, and
Less sugar.
Yeah.
That's sugar kills you every time.
for sure, yeah.
We've all had that White Claw hangover. You had one too many at the pool.
Yeah.
I would say I've never had a White Claw hangover. I'm kind of proud of that, but
You should be. I have.
I've done way more embarrassing shit than that. So just not with the White
We've
Claw.
got something for you. We'll talk about later. You definitely won't get a hangover.
Okay,
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's one that's going to be coming out this fall.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
what gives it the spice?
Chai.
Or is that chai?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love chai. I love chai teas. I drink chai a lot. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but I won't tell you the last ingredient.
Yeah, okay. All right, that's the secret.
Secret sauce.
That's the secret sauce.
Okay, fair enough. Well, so how did you two connect? Like, because I know you said you called Steve up, but like, how did you guys know each other?
Well, I was actually surfing in Newport.
Okay.
And I had lost my keys. So I went out to PCH, started hitchhiking. Chuck picked me up.
Yeah.
I was
That's how
driving
we
the
met.
Jesus bus with my my troop, and it was like everybody's like, pick him up. We're like, stop. And, I'm like, hey, dude, board in the back. Right on, bro.
Yeah.
No, that actually was
No,
a
I was
mutual
totally
friend of ours.
joking. But yeah,
That was great.
no, it works a lot.
I had a lot of
Works
questions about that as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
describe the bus. Like,
I was actually going to be pissed that I'd never heard that story before. I'm like, there's no way.
that's it. He's gone now. He's out. That was it, dude. I
barely
can
know
handle the
these
Costco
guys.
shit.
I want a
Not
refund.
this.
Yeah. What a refund. No, actually, my next door neighbor in Newport Beach is a good friend of Chuck's.
Yeah, one of my best friends.
And I owned a magazine in Newport.
Oh no shit. Yeah.
So I was looking for advertisers, and I'm like, hey, man, I got, this magazine. It's high-end. It goes to exclusive neighborhood, and, maybe you can connect me with your buddy. So anyways, that's how we got introduced.
Through introduced me.
A friendship
for Chaco.
introduction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were already
And
in
then it just
company for
evolved.
like 3 years, 4 years before we met.
Yeah.
And we were just doing the mixers and the Whole Foods and the AJs and all that stuff, farmers markets. And then he came in right at the first
Very
road show.
first road show.
Yeah,
Okay.
Costco.
Gotcha. What was the magazine that you had?
It was called Newport Coast Living.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. Like just like about.
It was
the
a
area.
neighborhood type of magazine.
Okay.
Yeah. I went to the affluent part of Newport Beach, and, of course, you have to really vet who you're putting in there to make sure that, one, the neighbors are getting what they want to see, and
Sure.
two, the advertisers is going to get their ROI on their investment.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, you got to be selective, and I thought it was going to be a great match. That would have been a fantastic match, but it just evolved, and our friendship evolved, and things just started moving forward.
Yeah.
And then I just moved to Tucson back in October of 20.
Okay. Okay.
So I was in the financial services industry for many, many years. I managed portfolios, institutional trading, raised money for regional banks, all that Wall Street boring stuff. And it was time. It was time to make that move.
Yeah.
My mom moved back to Tucson from Las Vegas. So I'm like, what, timing's right.
Yeah.
Interest rates were low, not like they are now.
Sure,
So
yeah.
I caught the market good there. And so things are rocking, and super excited. You know what I like about our brand too is the passion that us three put into this. There's a lot that goes behind building this brand, both brands for that matter.
Sure,
And
yeah.
I think one aspect of it that takes it to the next level is the lifestyle aspect of it, right? So our background: surf, skate, motocross. We sponsor NASCAR. Or did in the past. We're getting our hands around in our our energy around this young kid out of California in the indie circuit.
Nice.
So we're excited about our relationship with him. And, you know, we just have so much going on, you know.
Yeah.
Being in that lifestyle space gives you so many outlets in terms of geographical demographics to hit.
Sure.
You know, whether you're an athlete that wants a clean product afterwards, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to put a bunch of crap in their body.
For sure.
You know, to a soccer mom that's yelling at a ref on the side of the field.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, we cover everything.
Touch music.
Yeah, and so music is huge too. You know,
Okay.
Chuck's background, a lot of it prior to all this was in music, and we all love music, right? And so we're the official strawberry daiquiri of Cali Roots up in Monterey.
Oh, no shit.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's just an incredible event. It's a 3-day event. And, you know, rock reggae is one of our favorite genres, right? And it just fits everything with our brand, who we are. And we just got a fantastic response out there. So as we evolve and move through their tours, Chuck and I have had conversations with other rock reggae promotional band managers, and there's a lot of cool stuff that's going to be coming out here soon with us joining forces with these different entities. So, you know, it works well with Chaco Flaco, and it's going to just segue perfectly into the Elevado, especially in the rock reggae space.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
They got this at the, what do you call it? Not Life is Beautiful.
Cali Roots?
No, Cali Roots. Gosh, I'm sorry. I had a brain fart there.
Okay.
It's the Cali
So
Roots,
Cali
man.
Roots,
It
they
is the
got
Cali
this
Roots.
area called the Bowl.
Okay.
And there's a reason they call it the Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, no lie, dude.
Yeah.
You walk into this freaking thing, and it is a puff of smoke.
Yeah, yeah.
It's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the dudes at, you know, Sublime and Slightly Stupid and
Yeah.
Dirty Heads and Revolution, all those guys, you know, I'm sure they got a taste of it. I know the Dirty Head guys did. And we brought some stuff back to the tour bus, and
Nice.
yeah, so it's cool.
Revolution.
We're stoked. We're excited.
Yeah, that's a really cool. I mean, because I think the food and beverage industry is really cool to begin with, but then you add in, you know, the sports aspect of it and then the music. Dude, like I'm becoming more a fan of Chaco Flaco every second. So
Cool.
Yeah,
Right on.
Yeah.
That's our goal.
Right on.
yeah.
Wait till you try that one.
Well, I'm going to take a quick break for a message, and then this is reminiscent of the milk jugs you had. I think
Yeah,
they kinda
similar.
A little bit.
We want to announce that A Taste of AZ magazine will be switching to a paid subscription starting on January 1st, 2024. Until then, you can visit us at atasteofaz.com/subscribe and name your price for the entire 2024 magazine year. You'll get 4 issues for whatever price you decide, and they will each arrive at the beginning of the quarter.
That's the most fun part about this whole
Yeah,
thing.
for sure.
Is watching people try your
Yep.
product and have that expression on
Like
their
when you
face.
do the demos, it's great.
Yeah.
So is that strawberry like?
No, sir. Nope.
It's not strawberry quick.
If you think, just think Russian, and then we put our little thing into it.
Okay,
Our little
okay.
deal. Yeah.
The Chaco Flaco version of
Yeah.
a White Russian.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah. And, you know, it'll be coming out here in the fall, hopefully prior to Christmas.
What are the ABVs on these? Those are 6%.
This is 14.
That's 14.
14, because they're to have a cream based drink.
Okay.
I'll call you an Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be a 14 or above to be
really?
shelf stable. Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, so the
Because of the
alcohol
cream.
kind of.
The alcohol, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And so that's probably around a 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is about double what the other ones
Yes,
are, right?
yeah. These
Okay.
were entry level. I mean, we're going to keep those the way they are too.
Okay.
But as we, you know, we're a company that will make stuff regionally too.
Okay.
So
Specialize it for the
specialize
region that
for
you're
that
at.
individual
Yeah.
region. And as a matter of fact, this line is really specific to a certain region in the country.
Okay.
But they're that good. I think they're going to be fine all over the place.
For sure. Yeah. I'm not gonna. You're not gonna have people like fuck this.
Yeah, this sucks.
No.
Who's this?
Well, you know, some states have regulations on what you can put in a can and put on a retail shelf and stuff.
Yeah.
like
Florida.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. once
Florida
again,
can't be over 6%.
no, over 6%. No.
So
no
those would be
fruit juice.
fine in Florida.
You know, the states
You
that
can-
are
no, you can
regulated
have
by the
that one.
state
Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that, you just don't know. So having that 6% line, that's our base.
Yeah.
And then we can start getting more creative as we move. That's good stuff, huh?
That will get you at 14%.
That
that's
is
smooth.
wake up on Christmas morning and before you open the gifts and let's pound a couple of those.
I love it.
And
Pass
get in-
out
then
before
fight with
dinner's
everybody.
ready.
Argue with everybody. So yeah.
So where does the company go from there, right? Like, so you two partner up, you do the road show. At this point, it wasn't these products, was it?
No.
Okay.
No, those came as a product of the roadshows.
Okay. Okay. And so how do you
So
evolve
in
from
mixer
that?
to RTD.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now-
we still have the red and the green Bloody Mary that you can get at AJ's, you can get at Trevor's.
Oh, gotcha.
And
Okay.
those are also have multi-global awards too.
So that's just
the-
a mixer.
That's just a mixer.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
picking
we-
up steam too. We're getting a lot of orders for those.
Yeah.
Which is great timing. You got the holidays coming up.
Yeah.
And what's super cool about those is you can also use them as a marinade or to cook with them too. So
okay.
what we found going through the Costco and Sam's Club demos is probably 30% of our sales were just for that reason.
Interesting.
Because we put recipes on the bottles.
Like food recipes, not
Yeah.
necessarily just a drink recipe. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, our good buddy Adam Allison. He's
Yeah. He introduced us. That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah. Thank you, Adam.
Yeah.
Real good friend of mine, and he is. When we were first getting started, we had a thing called Chaco TV, and my buddy Mike Hill, who's fantastic, does kind of like what you do, but on the camera. And he'd interview me doing road shows and farmers markets and that type of thing. And then we would do Chaco TV.
Yeah.
And we would come in and we would have like Cedric Sabalas came in one time and
Nice.
told, made him some drinks, and he, liked the product a lot. And so Adam would cook with it.
Yeah.
And so that's how, plus him and I worked together at Dos Gringos
Okay. Yeah.
for years. And before he was this massive, awesome chef,
Right. Yeah. That dude's at next level. For
Next
sure.
level,
Yeah.
for sure. And so, so we would use those to cook with. And so he is the author of the recipes on the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
So those are pretty stamped.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
people are looking for good Bloody Mary mix. They can
Yeah.
get Total Wine, said Trevor's.
Yeah.
AJ's.
AJ's.
Or you can throw a 2-pound pork shoulder in a crock pot, put a couple cups of the Verde Maria in there, throw in some vegetables, throw in a Dos Equis, drink a Dos Equis, throw another one in there, drink another one, and then cook that for 7 hours.
Yeah.
And then the last 20 minutes, throw a brick of cream cheese in. Yeah, you can put it over pasta. You
Super
can-
good.
you
Wow.
can- that's football dip right there.
Yeah.
With chips. You can do so much with it. Yeah.
I'm in.
Cool.
I like a good Bloody
I should
Mary
have brought
mix.
some. I don't know what I was thinking.
A green one too, you said, right?
Yeah.
That you
Yeah.
don't see that. I don't know if I've ever seen a green Bloody Mary
Hatch,
mix.
Serranos, Tomatillos.
As far as we know,
spinach.
we're the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as we know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's everything's fire roasted too.
Yeah.
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 Badass, man.
Yeah.
So, all right.
But
so
to answer, to kind of go a little more on what you were talking about and
Yeah.
where the brand's going. So we've got the RTDs, doing more regional stuff. And we're also going to be coming out with our non-alcoholic mocktails called
Okay.
Ceros, meaning zero in Spanish.
Yeah.
So those are all going to be the same flavors, a little different in terms of branding. The brand has evolved over the last few years.
Okay.
Originally it started with the concept, and we're still going to incorporate that in some aspects with the Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah.
Work
Okay.
with very famous artists. In fact, he's working on our new Prickly Pear can logo. So it's super neat because I'm sober.
Okay.
And that was one of the things that frustrated me getting into this business is like, hey, man, every time I go to the restaurant, it's like, what kind of non-alcoholic alternatives do you have?
Yeah.
Do you have any NA beer? Some have, some don't.
Yeah.
It's either cranberry juice, apple juice, soda, water, iced tea, whatever. It's like, come on, let's step it up here.
For sure.
So anyways, it's something I'm very excited about. So when Chuck and I were in the lab on this first run, I asked the staff to put together a whole run without the booze. And
Challenged them to that. Like,
yeah. And we looked at each other and we said, hey, there's our next line extension.
I was like, wow, these are like just as good, if not better, than the booze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what's cool about it,
Yeah, go ahead.
What's really cool about the Ceros is that they have flavor of tequila, they have flavor of vodka, they have flavor of coconut rum.
Yeah.
But it's 0.0 ABV. There's
Yeah.
zero alcohol in these.
That's interesting.
So, but it tastes like a cocktail. It's a mocktail.
And that's the big key I've found is obviously, you have a drink and you want to kind of get the buzz aspect of it, right? There's that draw to it. But I've been going more into some non-alcoholic beers. Like Sam Adams makes a really good one.
There's some great ones out there.
Athletic is probably the best tasting one.
It made me help me realize because my dad he would get like O'Doul's back in the day, St. Pauli Girl, and I've had like the Heineken Zero or whatever, and it's just there's just something. Obviously there's something missing, but as things are evolving and you're starting to get athletic and the Sam Adams one, you're like, oh shit, we can do some
do this.
really good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So I can pound those all day.
Yeah.
And really the Gen Zs are going that direction.
For sure.
And that's
Yeah.
really what kind of sparked Chuck and I in terms of being creative and launching Elevado was that
Yeah.
concept, right? You know, a lot of these younger kids, when they're, you know, we used to pitch this all the time. It's like, well, the non-alcs make sense because a lot of these kids would rather have a non-alcoholic option,
Yeah.
be at a party, be social, but take their bong rip beforehand.
For sure. Yeah.
But now we got it in a can.
Yeah.
So-
bong rip in a
Yeah,
can. Is
yeah.
that?
It's more socially accepted this way,
Yeah.
you know. I mean,
Yeah.
the stigma's going to fall because, legitimately, it's, you know, no liver disease, you know, hangover. I mean, it's most likely better for you than drinking. I mean, there's always going to be a place for cocktails, but
Yep.
you know, as the cannabis curious, you know, get out there and they're, you know, the number one thing is edible. You know,
Yeah,
edibles
for sure.
And so with flour dropping a little bit and edibles, you know, climbing, the next big thing is going to be low dose cannabis beverages.
Yeah.
And you know, when you go into the two segments like Elevado is, you know, you have your hemp D9, which falls underneath the regulations of the 2018 Farm Bill, underneath the 0.3 dry weight.
Okay.
You know, we're way below that because we want to give that experience. We don't want people freaking out or,
For sure.
you know, having
Yeah.
a bad experience. We want that uplifting, you know, I just had a glass of wine or a beer feel without the effects of alcohol.
Sure.
So with that being said, we'll have on the other side, we have the cannabis side, which we have partners out of Tucson with, and that'll be a 10 milligrams, so it'll be a higher dosage.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
I don't think I ever foresee Elevado going above 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
Right. That's reasonable. It's
Plus, you want to sell more than one can.
for sure. Yeah. Exactly.
You know, and give that experience. And really on the cannabis side, what we're really excited about, and I think all of us agree on this, is how creative we can get with those different strains.
Yes.
And the terpenes that we can use, and just all this, you know, PTSD, autism, you know, pain relief, sleep deprivation, you know, all those kinds of things that people struggle with on a day-to-day basis, you know, reducing stress. You can achieve a lot of that through that channel. So
It's medicine.
we're excited about it.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's medicine. It's nature's medicine.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, we've learned a lot. We don't know it all. We've still got a lot to learn, but heck, for what we've learned so far, it's super impressive.
Yeah.
And it's fun. You know,
Yeah.
it's a new industry. Everybody's super cool because they're high, and so
Right. Yeah.
you know,
It's a totally different vibe than the alcohol side.
yeah, we go to these conventions.
Yeah.
The
that are
alcohol side,
alcohol.
they'll slit your throat.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
cannabis side, like, hey, dude.
Hey man, those are cool colors on your can. You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Can you make a yellow one?
yeah,
What was the festival out west that we launched? The
Carnival.
Yeah.
that was last year. That
lot
was
of
our,
that.
That was our coming out party.
Yeah.
a lot of hugs from strangers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody loved it.
Yeah, best friends for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a good coming out party for us. You know,
For Elevado.
Elevado.
For Elevado.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Like, how did you guys decide to get that rolling?
I mean, we had encounters with a good buddy of mine who's in the cannabis industry, been in there for a long time, and this is probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago.
At least.
And he was like, let's do a Chaco energy drink with cannabis in it. And we were like, kind of, you know, it might be a little premature for us.
Yeah.
We're just getting the cans out as it was. And, you know, kind of fast forward, we were introduced to Chip and Mo of downtown they have a dispensary down there in a grow facility. Super, super awesome guys, well respected in the cannabis community. And so we were paired up with those guys, and we're like, you know, let's do this. You know, Steve and I are like go-getters, and Eric, we're all go-getters, and let's move at, you know, light speed, and let's get these things done. And those guys are like so well respected, and you know, they have the licensing, and Chip's building a great MSO all over the country, and so it just fits.
Yeah.
And so so that's how that worked.
Were you guys into the extreme sports and the music and all that before?
Oh, yeah.
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 It did.
We
It does
grew
make
up that
sense
way.
for sure. Yeah.
That's why, you know. And I
Chuck
was-
hasn't sent you the YouTube videos of him singing at Wasted Grain yet? No. That's typically the first thing he does when he meets somebody.
It's coming.
Just send him those clips, yeah.
Hey,
Before
you're
we
Eric.
meet up,
Okay,
we
what's
wanna
your
check this out.
what's your YouTube channel?
Yeah.
No, that's funny. Yeah, in my previous life I was a musician, but
That's hilarious.
yeah, that's the love of music that we have, and you know, especially rock reggae. I mean, I'm a huge Stick Figure Revolution fan. You know, Slightly Stupid.
Mike
freaking-
Pinto?
Yeah,
Like Mike Pinto?
I love Mike Pinto. I love Collie Buds. You know, like I love it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like? There's a couple local kind of
Urban Life.
Well, I've heard of
Yeah,
them.
they're good friends of ours. And
Okay.
we
That's a
try
good
to
group of
sponsor
guys.
those guys as
Yeah.
much as we can. I mean, they're sponsored by Dixon
Talented.
and Black Flies, so those guys, those are a couple bigger companies than us, just
Yeah.
slightly. But
Hourglass Cats. Have you heard the Hourglass Cats?
I have heard of them.
Yeah, they're really good. It's kind of like that vibe.
Is it ska? A little bit ska,
a little
too?
bit ska, but
Yeah.
a little bit Southwest kind of
Yeah.
vibe to them. Same like Fayuca.
Yeah.
Like you've heard Fayuca.
Of course. Love
Yeah.
Fayuca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that, I love that, like, because I do like the reggae rock side of things, like
Yeah.
everything Sugar Shack, dude. I love
Yeah.
Sugar Shack. But what I dig about like Fayuca and Hourglass Cats is it's that, but it brings the Arizona, like it
Yeah.
brings that
The vibe.
Hispanic
Yeah,
culture. to
yeah.
it,
That's
you know?
It's like Irie. Like those guys are very
Yep.
similar too. But we're real good friends with Urban Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
Next time they play, we'll go check it out.
Please,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm into that stuff, so you can always invite me to everything
Totally.
you're going to go to.
Totally. Yeah,
So
I'll get you front row.
Awesome.
Maybe even backstage.
I'm in.
At the 5-star.
You know what? If I drink like 2 of these, I could probably make it up there myself. But
You got to pace yourself because
Yeah.
They'll catch
several
up to
more
you, bro.
drinks.
what is next? What is next? 'Cause I got to tap out on these two.
This is young Eric Weaver, Dreamweaver's favorite over here.
Is that his nickname?
Every time I call him, I'm like, Dreamweaver.
I like that. I can tell in his face he does.
I liked it the first couple times.
Well, okay, so that's perfect transition then. So this is your.
It's definitely my favorite one that Chuck's come up with in his kitchen. I ask him once a week when it's coming out. I'm gonna.
We give them the same answer every week.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's ginger beer as well. Okay.
It's a mule theme.
Okay. Yep.
Now, the first one, we're still out on if I'm going to put ginger beer in it or not, but it's a whole different flavor.
That's whiskey.
Yeah.
This is not whiskey.
Correct.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
No, it's not
vodka.
whiskey. Vodka? Okay.
Yeah. Vodka. It's going to be a true mule.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Definite poolside.
Yeah.
This was your idea?
No. It was my idea to drink a bunch of them.
Well, I want to hear your story about how, because you kind of you said how that you were a fan, but when we talked previously.
Speaking of Wasted Grain, actually,
Yeah.
it was I don't know, it was like October 2021 maybe.
Yeah.
Buddy invited me out to go watch some UFC fights. Went up to Wasted Grain. It's like supposed to be nice weather time of year, but it's still hot.
Yeah.
And I thought someone was buying rounds of vodka sodas.
Yeah.
Which are not good. I just don't like those.
Somebody
And
was
I'm not
buying
going to
them for
pretend
you?
that they were. Yeah.
Yeah.
And having a couple of those, and there's a table of girls next to us, and this girl's drinking this little purple can of something. We're kind of talking, and what is that? She said, I'll go get you one. So comes back and hands me a Chaco Flaco vodka berry mule. Crack it open, and it was just the timing of it being hot out, me drinking a drink I didn't want.
Yeah.
And it was just like heaven in a can.
Stars aligned.
Yeah. And drank about 3 more of them. It turns out it was this girl was Chuck's future daughter-in-law.
Stepdaughter-in-law.
Stepdaughter-in-law.
Okay.
She's telling me a little bit about how they've just kind of released these. And
brand ambassador, obviously. So
yeah, it was just weird timing. Time in my
sweetheart.
life when I was open to all sorts of things. And wake up the next morning, and I think before I keep my eyes open, I have a little notification on Instagram from Chuck.
Yeah.
Hey man, heard you had our drinks last night and liked them. I was like, that's weird. Why is this what?
Yeah. Send you like surveillance or like the security camera footage.
I know you're sleeping. Wake up.
So I'm like, why is some dude from this company messaging me?
Yeah.
And we ended up, messaging back and forth, and got on a phone call with these 2 guys just because why not?
Yeah.
And it just felt right away. Loved both of them. Hour and a half later, somehow they convinced me to give them a bunch of money. Yeah. And
That was great.
All right, before we wrap it up, how much money you got?
yeah, exactly. So it just kind of started there. Got some friends and family, got involved. I took a bunch of the flavors to a party with some friends and said, what does everybody think of these?
Yeah.
And it was just a unanimous, these are incredible.
Yeah.
These are great. I kind of wanted everyone to say they sucked.
Yeah.
So I could just walk away from it.
Decision, yeah.
But the product and Chuck and Steve, I just kept getting sucked into their
Vortex.
Their vortex. And so I just one of those things I figured, invest and let me know in 3 years if something cool happens.
Yeah.
But I didn't anticipate how much, I would start to feel passionate about it.
Okay.
Or how much Chuck would love talking to me on the phone. Just couldn't get away from it.
I mean, you were honestly, you started out, you're just the biggest cheerleader for us, and the biggest promoter for us, and he's just like, he
What
lives
can I
in
do to help?
Scottsdale.
What can I do?
He's got a pretty good pulse of Scottsdale. He works out at Body, and Body has this huge, obviously it's all natural, so that fits, and we do events there through Eric, and so like it just kind of morphed into a friendship, and then he was just like, you know what, let's started doing demos, and then the sales position came available, and he took that, and it's just been a blessing to the company.
Yeah. So I tried to. I couldn't get away from him.
Yeah. Did your best.
Did my best.
We're like
yeah.
flypaper.
Yeah.
You keep seeing at 3 p.m. every day a phone call coming in from Chuck, and it's like, here we go again. Yeah. And he always calls you at the least convenient times too. Not for you, for him. Like he'll be in a car wash doing his taxes and call you.
I'm always in the car wash, dude.
And then 20 seconds in the conversation, he'll go like, "Hey man, I'm gonna have to call you back." It's like,
But he's the one that called you.
You called me, dude. Why am I getting blown off? I didn't even call you.
No, call back.
No.
Never calls you back. But
busy
yeah,
guy.
it's just kind of evolved, and then I had an opportunity as we grew to kind of get more involved and become a real partner with these guys, and it's been a really fun couple years, and I'm just excited to see where we go.
Yeah. What's your background?
Sales, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Did about 10 years of OR medical sales right before met these guys.
Okay.
Obviously, a little bit of real estate stuff as well.
Yeah.
But primarily, sales. So it just kind of worked.
So I guess to piggyback off of that, this place is available. that
This
we're
place
sitting at.
is available, yes.
rent.
This is my Airbnb.
Rent, yeah.
Come rent it.
The Chaco house.
And if you need an
AKA.
Airbnb designed, call Brandon Lee out of Troy, Michigan / New York, New York, and he can design you a cool house like this.
Nah, this is super cool. Like every
Thank you.
aspect. You got the little secret room over there. That's the jam room.
That's
I
the
guess.
winner, yeah.
Yeah. So what is is there another one for me to try here?
Yeah, we're gonna go
Okay.
into the flagships here.
Okay, excellent.
Let me reach over there. Oh, thanks, brother.
So tell me a little bit more about Elevado. So it's cannabis cocktails.
Yep, and hemp D9.
And
So-
what is hemp D9?
So it's the naturally derived hemp portion of the THC that comes out of the plant, basically.
Gotcha.
So by doing that, there's a lot of controversy about Delta 8 and Delta 10 being synthetic.
Okay.
So if you just naturally derive from the hemp D9, to get the D9 out of the hemp, then it's pretty much the mother liquor, if you will, of the plant itself.
Gotcha.
And so by using that and being under that 0.3 dry weight, there's states like Minnesota where it's in liquor stores, it's in grocery stores, it's in Whole Foods, it's going into stadiums. You'll be able to get one in, watching the Vikings this year.
Yeah.
So they're kind of the mothership of the D9 movement right now.
Minnesota is.
Yes,
Okay.
Minnesota is.
All right.
There's other states like Louisiana, Tennessee, Texas, Massachusetts. New York was online. They kind of clamped down a little bit, and there's an injunction on it, so we're trying to open it up. Missouri. Kind of East Coast is really following suit on this. And so, and then there's also a huge direct-to-consumer component with the hemp D9.
Okay.
That way you can order it on our line, on our website, and then get it sent out.
Gotcha.
So that's
Okay.
also a big part of it. And then you have the actual cannabis, which has to be made in that state. Seed to consumption is going to be in Arizona. So we'll have one in Arizona, and then in Missouri,
Yeah.
and then we're working on New York. Where else? Illinois,
Ohio.
Nevada. I think those are the first ones we're going to
Okay.
work on. So it's kind of twofold, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll be able to get all that info on elevadodrinks.com.
Yep.
Elevado.
Yeah, so we're upgrading that website. Should be done here in about 2 to 3 weeks. There's some basic info on there now, but within the next, I would say 30 to 60 days, you might be able to pick up yourself some Elevado canned cannabis cocktails.
Nice.
Online.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So where does that fall? Like where does CBD fit into that?
CBD is going to be the minor cannabinoid on the back end. So you'll have, we're not going to give away our recipe, but just like with Chaco, we're going to get kind of, bougie with our different levels of THC versus CBG versus CBN when we're doing like a nightcap or
Yeah.
you know, that type of thing. We'll always have a CBD back in, but when it has when it comes to the actual cannabis itself, we're just going straight 10 milligrams of THC and see how that rolls.
Sure. Yeah.
We get a little more creative with the D9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for you guys.
Thanks.
So
Thank you.
This is
That's our strawberry daiquiri.
daiquiri.
Yeah, strawberry coconut. Yeah, you bet, bud.
I love the can art too. Like I love the Dia de los Muertos.
Yep. You got
And
the
even
Arizona flag in the
Arizona
back.
flag in the background. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
And I love that it's a photograph of a.
That's the actual.
He actually
you know,
took
funny,
that on his iPhone.
My beautiful
Nice.
wife Darcy and I had to plug Darcy.
Yeah.
She's beautiful and she's amazing. I love you. But anyways,
30 minutes
we
in.
had we went and got, I think it was Home Depot or Michael's or something. Well, it was Michael's, and we got a white plexiglass that you could barely see. It was opaque, and then one on the bottom, and we lit a candle in the back, and we made the drink, all the fruit and everything, and I took a picture of it on my iPhone.
Yeah.
And did all 3 drinks, sent them over to Drew, our graphic artist guy in Laguna, and he doctored up and probably saved us about $30K.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dang.
Those are taken off my iPhone.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we also provide services like social media, professional
Yeah.
photography, and it's shit like this that you know.
Yeah.
It screws our business. I'm just kidding.
Well,
You need a professional
honestly,
photographer. No, you don't.
honestly,
I took an iPhone.
dude.
I kind of got lucky, to be honest with you. I just had the light. We had the lights off, candle in the back.
It looks
and-
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried doing it with the prickly pear, and
You know, it's different. You don't see that
not so
anywhere.
much.
No.
You know,
no, you
we
don't.
kind of want to do things out of the box.
Yeah.
A little edgy.
those are
Yep.
real
You know what I mean?
fruits from my
For
kitchen.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
Nice. This is the one I haven't had yet. I haven't
Okay,
had
good, good.
Can
That's
I get
actually
this one
my
now?
favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I like that.
So this
flavor.
one is 4 berries, fresh mint, cucumber, ginger beer, and vodka. And it's, I think, 13 grams of natural sugar,
Okay.
mainly from the juice, some from the vodka, of course. And then I believe it has 16, wait, what was it? Oh, 160 calories, excuse me.
Okay. Okay.
Let me put some here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everything's under 200 calories.
That's great too.
Yeah, and the Elevado should be just under 100.
Gotcha. Okay.
You got to be careful with this one. You might end up investing in the company.
This is the one that got you.
It's usually
one
the
that got
hook.
me.
It's the hook.
All right. So this is a 4-berry mule.
Yep.
Ooh man, that berry is.
It's a medley.
Yeah.
Well, when you're working with natural stuff, you're going to get the.
And you're going to taste every single thing. That's one thing about our cans.
Ooh, the mint.
Whatever is
Really
on
tastes
that
like
can, you're going to taste every single thing in there.
Yeah.
That's why
Well-
that's why we do it.
This tastes like a cocktail.
It is.
Right. Like canned cocktails typically don't taste like cocktails. It
Correct.
tastes like something like you said earlier, bastardized
Yeah.
version of it.
Yeah.
This tastes like something that somebody would have taken 10 minutes to make, and at a nice cocktail bar. This is fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm in. I'm investing. I don't have money. I got some stuff in my card I can give you guys.
We'll make it work.
You take stickers?
Yeah, right. Yeah, so that one's fun too. That's probably the low calorie, low sugar one out of all of them, and the and then this is my favorite personally. It's the I think it's your favorite too, right there.
Depends on the
Depends on
night.
your mood.
What
Yeah.
mood you're
If you're at the dog park or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the most? Because
Vodka Berry Mule is the dog park.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
You're
Flavor for
you
me.
going to the dog park or
Yeah.
like you?
And anyone
sell-
standing around me
Yeah.
who gets handed a can.
He literally
Oh, you
brings
hit-
he brings a cooler.
No shit.
Yes.
That's great. Like,
Like I said, he's the
Don't
he's
tell
the
the
biggest
Parks
salesman.
Department.
Don't
I don't
tell
think they
the
listen
health
to this
department.
podcast.
Don't say what dog park either.
Yeah. In El Paso.
Yeah. Well, let's take another quick break and then
Yeah.
we'll wrap things up. And I do want to try that one.
We want to announce that A Taste of AZ magazine will be switching to a paid subscription starting on January 1st, 2024. Until then, you can visit us at atasteofaz.com/subscribe and name your price for the entire 2024 magazine year. You'll get 4 issues for whatever price you decide, and they will each arrive at the beginning of the quarter.
All right. So we got one last one we're going to wrap up
This
with
is
here.
the mango pineapple habanero margarita with tequila. And just to give it a little bit of background, this drink here in 2022 was the #1 can craft cocktail in the country. Yep.
nice.
Won the SIP award, margarita, excuse me.
Okay.
Margarita SIP Awards. It was Best
Las
in
Vegas
Show,
Global.
Las Vegas Global, I don't know if it won. I think it was double gold in San Francisco. Yeah. But anyways, Sip is kind of the Academy Awards of drinks, and it was the Consumer's Choice in platinum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's badass.
It's the bad boy. So anyways, it's got habanero. So, fun little thing when we open this can and somebody goes to drink it, it's like, whoa, the habanero can open up and make you cough. And it's like, yes, got him.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Mission accomplished.
So what's really cool about these, bartender creating stuff for bartenders, is that you can drink it over ice just like this. And then for bartenders, which is, it's always a perfect pour. It always has a perfect amount of alcohol. You can count every can. So that's the awesome thing about on-premise for these cans.
Okay.
And they're craft.
Sure.
And they're healthy.
Yeah.
So it's like, it checks all the
And
boxes.
they're delicious. Like that's everything you want.
You can get 2 low boys like you're getting right now. If you drank that whole thing, I could fill it up again.
Yeah.
So it's like happy hour, Chaco Tuesdays or Flaco Fridays. It's good for that whole environment.
Nice.
That's why I really created them. For the bartenders.
Yeah. That's badass, man. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because you think about a can of beer, right? A 12-ounce can.
Yeah.
You're pounding that whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm pounding this whole thing too.
Yeah. So I got a little treat for you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So that's the standard, right? So you got the
really
mango
good.
margarita from Chaco. And so if you want to up that percentage on your drinks,
I usually do.
do a little float of Ancho Reyes Chili Verde.
Oh, I've seen that at
Yeah.
places. I've seen it that's always caught my eye,
Yeah.
but I don't think I've ever had it.
So now that's the El Presidente.
Oh.
So now you can charge $12-13,
Yeah.
on twice on one can. Dang. It's good for the bars and restaurants.
And what exactly does it? The ancho brings
It's a little more spice.
A little more spice.
It's like making it a Cadillac, but a little spicier.
Okay.
You could
Okay.
put Grand Marnier on it if you want to.
Dang, that's really good.
Yeah.
So what's next for you guys? Like, what is on the forefront?
Steve's running for president of the United States in 2024.
Hell yeah, dude! You got my vote.
Eric's climbing Mount
Someone's got
Everest.
to do it.
Yeah.
Eric, I think he's got a Mount Everest tour in.
Yeah, he's putting his
2025.
team together in Tibet right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm just going to keep raising my family and cleaning carpets.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what to believe from you guys, especially as
No, I mean,
the drinks go down.
honestly, we've aligned ourselves with some really good strategic partners, right?
Okay.
I mean, our goal is to build this brand, into something pretty special, right?
Yeah.
You can stay regionally, you can kind of keep it close knit. A lot of brands just like to keep it nice and tight, but our goal is to have this major retail. Really getting it out there. So right now we're in 7-8 states.
Okay.
We've got plans on hopefully bringing on at least 4 more by the end of the year. And then going into 24, probably an additional 5 to 7.
Okay.
14's a sweet spot. 14, 15, 16 right in that area. And that's really when you start getting looked at by the big guys.
Okay.
Because eventually we're all in it for our futures and our family's futures, right?
Sure.
So, we put in the blood, the sweat, the tears, all the hard work, and build that brand, and then find somebody that has the same passion and believes in us and infuses that major capital and takes us to the next level.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So if you're out there,
You're listening. Yeah.
see more at
949.
chacoflaco.com.
Well,
You want to do this.
and you should.
on,
you should
let's
based
do
on
it.
all this. Yeah. But that's
We also talk about the crowdfund too.
Oh, yeah. So good point. Thanks, Chuck. So basically, Chaco Flaco and Elevado are in a current raise, right? With what we've got going on, we're expanding. And so we're going to be doing a crowdfund on WeFunder. That's WeFunder.com. We originally had plans to launch that about 6, 7, 8 months ago. Various things came up, partnerships came up, structural things came up, and we said, you know what, let's wait till we get all that stuff done.
Yeah.
Right? Holidays were coming up, all that stuff. So we should be launching that in the next 30, 45 days.
Okay.
So it's a really good opportunity for somebody to be able to be a part of the Chaco Flaco team. And it's really neat, too, because, those folks become brand ambassadors for you.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to invest a ton of money.
Yeah.
The investment minimums are super minimal. So, yeah, it's super cool. It's a way for us to really engage with the community. Plus, it helps the company as well to grow and, build that inventory up and get it pushed out and do the marketing and all that fun stuff. So,
Yeah.
So
Costs a lot of money to go state by state.
yeah,
I'm sure.
it's not cheap.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
Because I'm sure you have to have all like
Yeah.
lawyers, like all of the.
That's a lot.
Things.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm overwhelmed just thinking about it. I don't even know how to ask questions about it, let alone deal with it. Yeah.
and I'm sure Eric's got plans for Arizona. You want to go into any of that? Or?
Yeah, no, I mean, I just think we're excited to grow kind of our backyard, For me personally, it's like I want everyone I know to be able to walk into any grocery store and go grab a Chaco Flaco off the shelf.
Yeah.
Gotten tons of support from, friends and family in the area, but, I think Arizona's still a huge area of opportunity for us. So if you're listening, Trevor's,
Yep.
Total Wine and More, and if you don't like it, Chuck will come and clean your carpets for you.
Yeah, I'll clean her. No, I also own a carpet cleaning company. So I guess you can do that too.
Yeah.
But
we all
we're
have our
also-
side hustles until we make it.
Yeah, right. You got to. For sure.
We're on Drizzly too. So if
Okay.
you
Yes.
have too many Chacos when you buy them at Total Wine, you're at home like, God, I wish I had 4 or 5 more packs. Go on drizzly.com and you can order Chaco Flaco delivered to your home.
Oh, nice.
DUI free.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
And it's for us, we're Tucson, Gilbert, and Scottsdale. I mean, it's important to us that Arizona, grows.
We're hometown heroes. That's what we want to be.
Yeah.
And any support we get from anyone in the state, we appreciate and love. So we're just trying to keep that momentum going.
You have some places like some cocktail bars or restaurants that
Yeah, the Crate Bar in
nice.
Tempe. They were
Hell
one of
yeah.
our first customers. We've got 5-star dive bar.
Okay.
We're working on Phillies. Come on, guys. And then, gosh, I don't know.
Rudy's Barbecue.
Rudy's Barbecue.
Rudy's, okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but Rudy's just opened up down in Tucson about 6-7 months ago.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
So what's cool about that is it's their first spirit-based license that they've had. So they're going to be opening up another one in Scottsdale. I think they're going to be opening towards the end of September.
Okay.
Do you know where it's going to be?
I don't know.
Somewhere in Scottsdale.
Yeah, it's 5 miles up the road off of.
Oh, is it like Frank Lloyd? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's really cool. They're a great partner of ours, and we're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff and bringing in brand ambassadors and handing out koozies and stickers and
Yeah.
Samples.
just being a part of it. So.
Choco Flaco with barbecue.
Oh, it's
I
amazing.
mean, dude, honestly, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, you go that mango with the brisket,
Yeah.
it's on and cracking.
And dude, you should have Rudy's use your Bloody Mary mix. Make a little,
We're working
trying.
on it. Yeah,
Are
we're
you really?
working- Oh, yeah.
It's a really good idea.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're working on
I
that.
love it.
Yeah, right on, man.
All right, guys. Well, hey, thanks for having
Thank
me
you.
here.
Thank you.
Everything is fantastic.
You got to pick a favorite though before you.
Yeah, what
sign
was
Got to
off.
your
pick the favorite. Dude, there's something about the
The Russian?
the Russian.
The Chaco Russian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not something that I would drink. I would probably.
Maybe 1 or 2 cans at the most,
Yeah.
honestly.
And I wouldn't drink it as often.
Yeah.
As I would like probably the margarita or the daiquiri.
Yeah.
But dude, they're all good. I wouldn't turn any of them down.
Awesome.
So,
Thank you, brother.
so how do people find you guys on like Elevado and Chaco?
So
Websites?
chacoflaco.com, CHACOFLACO.com.
Okay.
And Elevado is ELEVADO drinks.com.
Okay, and that's also the Instagram for that too.
And that's the
Elevado
Instagram
Drinks.
too. Yeah, we're on Instagram. We're getting ready to do a big, robust like TikTok movement here shortly.
nice. Okay.
For Elevado and as well. And,
Yeah.
and you will be able to get the Elevado D9 version online.
Okay, gotcha.
So you can go on there and order. There's going to be subscriptions you can do, and then you can buy pretty much as much as you want.
Yeah, subscription is the way to go.
Yeah.
Just because it's cheaper.
just deliver it to you
Yeah.
like as
Yeah.
surprise one morning. You look in on the thing. I'm like, oh, there's this. I guess I'll
D9s,
drink this
yeah, there's,
for breakfast.
Ola D9.
Eric, do you have a website for your house? Do you know or?
You're gonna have to look at my Instagram.
I know that.
I'm
one
not
all
on
too well.
TikTok. Yeah,
Mr. Stalker over here.
yeah.
Hey, bro, wake up. I have an
I'll send
opportunity
I'll
for
send
you.
that to you.
Okay, all right. So people can find it on Airbnb. And if you find the one with the secret purple room.
That's us. There'll be a Chaco in there waiting for you when you
Yeah,
find
those
it.
colors are all the colors of the cans.
Ah, yeah, it wasn't even. on
It wasn't
purpose either.
planned.
Wasn't
No.
It was not planned. It
That's
just
the
worked
cool,
out that
cool
way.
part about it, man.
I love it.
It was meant to be.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, brother.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it.
Yep.